Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm back with another video. I wanted to go ahead and do a post-fight talk video about last night's fight between Shawn Porter and Andre Berto. It was a real entertaining fight. I know that Concubots probably had to keep track of them headbutts too, but overall, it was a pretty good fight. But it was also a dominant performance by Shawn Porter. Pretty much went the way I felt it would go. Shawn Porter, he scored a ninth round stoppage over Andre Berto. He just didn't have anything else by round nine, so the referee just went on and stopped the fight. Actually went a few more rounds than I thought. I thought the fight was gonna go up to just like round five and round six, but the beating lasted up to 9 rounds. Very first round, Shawn Porter, he had a little feeling out with Andre Berto, and Andre Berto was, getting off a few jabs, kind of keeping the distance in the center of the ring, which is where he was most effective. But that's the only round I could give him because round two came, and Shawn Porter, he went right after him. He went, used that bully style, and was using a pretty good jab. His jabs has gotten better over the past few fights, and he was using it on Andre Berto, and he was really bullying him into the ropes this time, and really just literally just beating him up from rounds 2, 3, 4, 5, on. Um, Rounds 3 and 4, there's some good exchanges of punches as well as headbutts because both guys had some big cuts under their eyes. So the doctor had to keep on checking, Porter and Berto to see how their eyes were doing. The doctor actually was checking Andre Berto's eye quite a few times. I don't know if he could just see that discomfort and that look in Berto's eye, but he had to keep checking him a few times because there were a lot of punches landed on Berto's head, but there was also some headbutts. Just because of that mauling, brawling style Shawn Porter has. And by round 7 and 8, man, Porter, he was really teeing off on Andre Berto's body. I couldn't believe how he was still standing. He was just really hitting him to the rib cage over and over. And finally, those punches were really taking effect because you could see that Andre Berto was just really having trouble like staying on his feet. He was kind of like falling everywhere and just kind of off balance. The backtrack, I think it was like in round 4 or 5. There was one good uppercut that Andre Berto landed on Shawn Porter, but shoot, it almost knocked him off balance. It almost knocked Berto off balance. He just, fell to his knees. But Shawn Porter, he just proves that he has a pretty good chin as well as pretty good defense. Well, his offense is his defense, so that's why he's so good at it. He's really able to put that effective pressure. There's still some flaws in there, but I think he's been getting better with his jab over the past few, probably during that year layoff. He was really, 10-month layoff. He's really been working on that jab because it was really pressing. It was really knocking Andre Berto back. Overall, it was a good performance by Shawn Porter. Keith Thurman, he came into the ring after talking about, they want to do it again. They want to have that rematch. But one thing I have to say is I do take my hat off to Kell Brook and Shawn Porter, to Keith Thurman, because one thing Kell Brook was able to do was nullify that bully attack. He was able to handle a guy like Shawn Porter, and Keith Thurman, he was able to outbox and withstand that type of beating. Because Keith Thurman, he took more shots than Kell Brook. He was able to take it. He was able to come out, on top and still fighting back. But that's one problem Andre Berto always had. He was always had trouble with guys backing him into the ropes and getting into those dog fights. He always gets kind of bullied on into the ropes. So from here, I don't know. I think Andre Berto should just hang it up. He's had some pretty good fights, some pretty good paydays. Shawn Porter, if he can't handle a tough guy like that now, yeah, it's probably time for him to call it quits. But let me backtrack too on the undercard to Charles Hatley and Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo, I did call a unanimous decision, but he actually won a 6th-round knockout over Charles Hatley. I figured he would beat him because Charles Hatley, like I said, he hasn't fought since November 2015. So he was still a little bit rusty, and Jamel Charlo's still fresh. He was landing some really good jabs and right hands from all the way up to round 3 when he scored the first knockdown. And just in round 6, he was really he was really starting to tee off on Charles Hatley, and then Charles Hatley kind of stepped into that right hand that really put him to sleep on the edge of the ring. It looked like his head was about to fall out the ring, but yeah, Jamel Charlo, he's a good 154 pounder. They're running through. He's running through his mandatories. From here, I like to see him in there with Demetrius Andrade. But yeah, all the fights that were pretty good on the card. But yeah, back to Andre Berto. Yeah, I'd like to really see him retire from here. And as for Shawn Porter, you know, yeah, I'd like to see him in there with Keith Thurman again. But I think the outcome would be the same for Keith Thurman. I think he would outbox him, but it would still be another entertaining fight. But yeah, just leave me your comments below what you thought about the fights, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later.